Hi, this is Peggy from the Pearl Forest, and today is day 26 of hashtag Play Your Hand. And today we're making actually a hand of pages using the journal cards, but a few more journal cards than just 5. We're doing signature pages to go into a journal, and they're going to be have with them some page edge flips, which will be journal cards. So let's get started. In preparation, I pulled out several pages that could be in a journal. So we'll pick which of these we would like to use. I have 5 different sets of journal cards, which I think are not quite all in the picture. Okay, so we have to be kind of centered here. I've picked out some washi tape that we're going to use. And each of the cards I've put a back on it. So we have 2 of these. We have 3 of these with pearls and lace, and these are large pearls. These are some roses. We have 3 of those, and it has a little different paper on the back. We have 3 of these feathers, and they have that other like little watercolor splattered. And then we have 2 of these painted ones with the watercolor splatter. So first of all, let's figure out which papers do we like with which ones. Right off the bat, I'm thinking that I like these with the pink page, and we're going to use some washi tape to attach them, and I think that one would look nice. So we'll set that over to this side. And these pearls look nice with this one. And I was thinking of using this, I don't know if it's clear or white. Let's see, it's new. Or at least it has the tape stuck on there. Might be clear with the gold. So we'll use those for that one. So now we have these. Do we like the pearls? I think they really go nice on just the white. That one I was thinking of using this one. I didn't really have a white one. Or we could use the gold again. Or we could use this fall colored one. Whoops. Or I might have another idea too. We'll see. So now we have these painted ones. Could go on either the yellow or this one. These ones could really go on most any of them. Should we put them on the yellow and put this one on the coffee dyed, and we'll save these for another project. Okay, for our page edge, we're sort of making a hinge. I do have these scraps from the Edge of Fabrics. And for this pearl one, I was wondering if maybe I have something in here that we would like better to put on the pearl. Here's just a creamy color. I don't know if that would be a big enough of a hinge. It's kind of narrow, but it might work. Something that color would look good though. We have this one with a little bit of pink or blue, but it's not really any wider. Most of these are about the same size. This is a little wider, but I don't think we want the pink or the orange. When I do my fabrics
to use for like covers and stuff, I save the little selvage edge for projects like this. We do have the brown and the white. I think it kind of distracts from the lace. What is this one? It's sort of a beige color, but it's too dark, I think. I think that skinny one might be our best choice, at least from this collection. I think we'll just go with that. We have this one that's a little wider. Just wondering if that is just too skinny, so maybe we should go with that, because I'm just worried that that one's too skinny to secure it well. In our cleanup project, I have a number of fabrics that I've put together, so I've ended up with a lot of those. So let's try this fabric one. We'll try some washi tape ones. My idea is to put them on one edge here. These were cut in a continuous cut. Those match. This one, maybe it went like that, except they're gonna have to overlap. If we do 3, I was thinking we would overlap. And then they will hinge out for journaling. But maybe 2 is better. Especially with the fabric. The washi tape, we could do more. Do we want to distress the edges? Well, let's see how it looks on our extra card to see if we like that. I'm not sure that it's a good brown for the fabric. So maybe not. I could have this card in the same journal in a pocket somewhere, like even a pocket over here that this could go in, and it would coordinate with this. Once again, we're using the vintage photo. Somewhere I have walnut that's a little darker, but I'm not sure where that is. And I think I will glue them like a full page edge, one complete piece. So let's see where my fabric scissors are. You know, some people are able to cut this exactly the right size, but I'm not really one of those. When I go to put it on, it stretches or shrinks or different things. Okay, so I could glue them to this other side first. Maybe I should do that. So that would be here, but we don't want it to go around too much because we want it to be able to do half on the card. And that'll put a little page design over here as well, or edge design. So we'll put the zigzag on this side. My finger at half, kind of line it up here. Tap that on there. So this side will have a little bit of fabric like that. And these go together like that. Now with folding it over, I am going to need to be able to cut in between for these to flip. So I think the best thing to do is to glue them on here, but leave a little bit of space. Glue that down. Oops. And a little bit of space here. Glue that on. And then snip this. At the cards. Snicky, I'm doing a video, you have to wait. My dog's asking to go outside. He just ate his dinner and would like to run. Okay, a little bit of glue. Come on, a little bit of glue. That means you're supposed to come out of the bottle. A little bit. I'm shadowing myself and there. And a little bit here. And a little bit here. This little piece on there, and this little piece here, and this little piece here. So we have our hinge on our cards. Sometimes when you do a hinge, you can put one on this side too, but if we decide we need it, we could add either some more of the fabric, or we could add some washi tape or something else like that. To trim this off, doing our best to not trim the page. There we go. Make sure this is dry enough that I don't have anything wet there, so I can fold them back around. And it looks like a continuous page edge. That needs a tad glue here. Didn't get quite over far enough. Oops. Okay. Oops. Make sure we get the excess glue out of the way. So there's our page here. It would look like this in our book, and we'd have these like this, and then whatever you're putting in your journal, you could add extra things to these, but they will each flip out to make journaling space, and you could journal under them even if you decorated the page more, or journal over the entire page. So that's our page flip. Let's try this one. I did some of them with 3 and some with 2. Now, I think it's nice if they match. This one, I was thinking of using this orange one here But I could also use this fall one. That would be nice. So for this, we might have to hinge on both sides of the cards because this is skinnier. We can get it started here. On this one, I was thinking of just doing it the length of the card. We could do the wraparound edge again. Not sure. I kind of think it would work better if we just did the length of the card. Let's see. This is a new idea I haven't actually tried before, so experimenting. Put some glue stick on here. Put it on about halfway. Let's see. Oops, I don't want to take the glue off, and we don't want to use the sewing scissors. I think we don't want it to stick out beyond because it hampers the hinging. The card wouldn't be able to hinge if it's sticking out. So let's see how big these are. Maybe about like that. Stick this underneath. Could try some of this on this side as well. If we get it cut to the right size here. We could snip a little bit if we need to. Now I'm gonna stick this on the glue stick and get the little end done, and then grab this, and while I have my finger on here, it holds it in place and drags it through the glue. So we'll hinge this side as well. So that makes a nice hinge. I think we got it a little tight. But it's stuck, so I think we have to live with it. I shouldn't have put it quite so close. But there, we got it to flex. Okay, so we'll put some on this one. This I think needs paper adhered. There we go. So this might work in a fall journal with the fall colored leaved washi tape, and the colors on the painted cards look nice with the fall colors too. So put this on half here. Trim off the excess. I think you can see that. Now let's try not to get it quite as close. Try to aim for about the same amount down as this one, at least in the ballpark. Give it a little bit of bending room this time though. Seal that down. some more washi here. So I hope on day 26 of our hashtag Play Your Hand August 2024, whether you're watching on that day or a different day, I hope you're having a good day and that you're finding some useful ideas in my videos for journal cards. Oops. Trim this a little. Could just wrap that around. This little bit could wrap around. Add a little bit to the other side. Got this piece stuck to my hand. So now that's what this looks like when they're sticking out from your page. And this is when they're open on this side, but when they close, they go down like this. So it would be in your book like this. You'd have your pages here, and like I said, you could decorate on them more, and you have all this journal space. So these journal cards are just flipping out. So there's two of those. Here's our yellow page, and let's use this orange one. Now we have 3. We could try 3. Let's see. Did this fit together, or did I do them? Might have done them all separately, but that's okay. So let's try 3 just to see how that will work. So we'll put this one. Let's do the bottom one first. I think that will make more sense. So get enough washi tape to fit. Put on some glue. Oops. Put it on about halfway, like the other one. And stick it under. Let's see, didn't quite go over there. This is just barely over. We're gonna need pretty much the whole page, so I'm gonna put it pretty close to the bottom. Put that one on. I want them to flip independently, but I'm wondering how we're engineering this. We're gonna make it work. Just make it work somehow. Oops. No running away, we still need you. So we'll glue this one on. So using this one. We need this edge. Again, we're putting it on about halfway. This one you can see through a little bit. I hope this works out. In theory, I see it working. In reality, it could be a different thing. But we'll give it a try. So our feathers are sticking up the right direction. This is, I did not put glue on that. Well, we'll at least put glue on this end. Most of our way to the top, just a little whisker extra. Okay, so those go like that. kind of envisioned this one going in here like a waterfall, or like this. I think I like it cascading down that way. So I think I will need to just hinge this portion. Let's see how that works. This is kind of the straight end here. We could put a little bit on, like overlapping the same amount. I might come back and put a little bit on there to make it line up. Okay, put this on here. And push this over to the edge. You can see that. Get this on the edge as much as I can there. Get this in here a little straighter. Wrap that around. So now we have a continuous washi tape on that side. It looks continuous on this side, but we don't have any right there. We need to trim this one a little. And let's see. Let's see, so if we do it all the way on this one, the bottom, this one is definitely more involved. Try to make it work. So we have to stop at the edge of the card so it can still hinge. Need to trim this. Let's see. You can see over here. Trim this off. Could fold this. Doesn't go all the way up, so let's trim it off. Oops, come on, hold the page open. So we'll just trim that corner. And make sure this is stuck down well. Now that one folds in. Can put this on here, but I will need to snip it at that card. But I think that we can do that. Let's see, where's the line I want to cut? This one back here. Put some glue on. This about halfway across. Okay, and we'll snip this off. Get in here. Let's snip this all the way across here. Like that. And that down, and then we need to snip this card for that part. So that one will hinge, and this one will hinge. While we're here, well, we're gonna go across here, so that'll take care of that spot. So cut this across. Oops. Helps if I get the scissors in there right. Okay, thank you for your patience while I'm sorting this out. I want this line. It's nice that it has this grid on here for me. Okay. Put some glue on here. Put it halfway up on this card. Okay, let me trim this little piece out. Over to the card. Come on. And then we trim at the edge of the card here. And like we did before, we come over here on this side and trim out this little extra piece. And then we need to trim right in here so that this card will flip. We can get our scissors in there. You just get it started nicely that it'll actually kind of tear where you want. Oops, get back down there. Okay, let's see if it works. Sort of a waterfall page edge. They're not lined up perfectly, but I think we'll call that good for how we did it. So this would be how the edge would look in your book, your journal, and you could pull this one out, and this one out, and this one out, and journal on all of these and underneath. So that's our fancy 3-page one. We'll go back to the 2. So this coffee dyed paper, and we'll put it on here, and this goes together somehow, I think, like this. Maybe, I think it goes like that. I'm just going to use this gold one. I think we'll do the whole edge. I think that looks nice. So, let's see. About to here. This is clear. Put that on the glue stick. This is a very plasticky washi tape. You can make your faux washi yourself by just cutting strips of scrapbook paper. All right, can we lay this down? Let's turn it over. I think that might be a little easier. You can find the center of the pattern and try to aim for that to get the washi tape half on each side. Okay. We want to trim off these little ends. Like that. And let's put another little bead of glue to make sure we have enough. line these back up again. It goes that way. So they would go this way. Why don't we put them more together in the middle? I have a corner here that needs some love and attention. Okay. So we'll lay this down, leaving a little bit of a gap so they do fold better. Like that. And a little bit of gap between them, but not very much. Like that. And we could put more across this side as well, but I think the pearl part is nice too. We can always come back and do that if we'd like. And this one I don't think I'm going to try to fold because it's so skinny. I think I'm going to snip that out. So I'll fold these over. Oh, I did these backwards. Well. Okay. Whoops-a-daisy. Let's fold these like this so they go in this way. This is the right side up. And let's just trim these off. Oops. This. You could also probably do them with lace. We don't have anything on that side, we have them on this side. So let's just do it again this side, and maybe on the next one we'll try some lace. We just make them on the inside instead of the outside. So our signature page would be like that, and these will be in here. Like I said, oopsies work out, it's okay. So put some glue on this. Hopefully this Scotch permanent glue stick does hold really well. Otherwise I might be concerned with this plasticky. Art glitter glue is a good option. A regular glue stick, I would not use this plasticky washi tape. Okay, so we'll line this up in the center again, as best we can. Put that on there. And we'll need to trim at the cards. Trim at the card. So we'll flip. And in here at the card. This little one we want to take off. And this part, I didn't quite get that straight. Oh. We live with what we got. So I'm going to fold this over to be an edge here. Like that. And then trim this excess off the top and the bottom of our page, like this. Okay, so here's our signature page with a little bit of a border here, and you open it up and you have these pearl journal cards, which flip out. This one needs to be snipped a little further down. So we'll flip out. So we just burnish them a little bit so they work in both directions. And the more you use them, the more they would become flexible. So there's that one. Those went on the inside. So let's see, do I still have lace handy? Excuse my head here. I believe I have this lace. I think we'll just do 2 cards. I think that goes together. And why don't we try it with just lace on the card. So put a little bit for half the lace on here. And I forgot to snip it. Well, stick it on. So half the lace on the card. Trim this, and we'll put, half the lace on this card, a little bit of glue down the edge. And I'm using Fabrifix because it glues the fabric really nice, which in this case is our lace. Whoops, that one just fell to the floor and untwined itself. Will be a cleanup in a minute. Let's cut it off so it doesn't pull my card off the table. There we go. Straighten this a little bit. So those are on there. Now, these are going to go on here. And the lace will fold over to this side. This page has a little alley that we'll fix. Okay, so kind of centered them, I think. Put a little Fabrifix here and a little here. Do we have it coming out? That one came out. I don't think this one did. We need to wipe this off and put its lid on. Okay, so bring this over to the edge, leaving a little less card so we have a little more lace for folding, and then not fold it really tight. If I can get a hold of this. Hold that on there. You don't want it to be really tight though. I need to get this one on before it dries. Okay. You can add a little more of the fabric glue as needed. See how much this sticks. So we have a little bit of lace on the back. Seems like it needs a little bit more of something. I was going to use this washi tape. I could put some kind of in between here, almost like it's a collage. Probably need a little fabric glue as it touches the lace, and a little piece at each end. And this doesn't wrap around like a hinge, it's just on this one side. Just need a small, whoops, that was very crooked. Save those and put them on a cluster or something. Maybe we'll do some clusters one of these days. I've got some started that we can use, and we can also start some. Okay, so that kind of makes it a little more continuous, and we can always add something to that as well. And then this over here, oops, put that together like that. And we'll double this. Have some matching on the other side, even though these pages will not be right next to each other. So we put this on the edge here. Go around to this side, fold it. So that fixed our little hole that we have. This is a little jaggedy there too. Could just put a little piece on one side or the other of that. Let's see. Maybe this side that kind of goes with that. Just reinforces this and gives it a little more strength and gives it a little more interest. So why don't we just, for interest purposes, just take another piece, oops, and just randomly put it down here like that. Okay. So that looks kind of nice. This is just one there. Should we put some other pieces around this one? It's like an edge collage, but it doesn't go all the way around. But it serves the purpose of fixing and looking somewhat purposeful of our fixing, and add some more decoration, but you still have plenty of room to write. And maybe this one we can do the same thing, put a couple around here. Maybe this one will go over, let's see, I need to know where the actual edge is, like that. Maybe somewhere in here. So that page would look like that. And then over here, whoops, we have our lace. We could also put maybe just not the whole way, more of like a patchy sort of thing as well, but it would reinforce it. A little bit of washi tape, because the main hinge is the lace. So there. So when we're looking at this page, it looks like this. I need to trim this little end. And then you would have, once again, I got these on the other side. Or do they go this way? I think they go this way. So if you're looking at this page, it would look like that. Let's just put a little bit more glue here. This one seems to be glued down a little better, but we'll just put a small bead there. Wipe this off. I think we're done with this, so we'll close it up. I think we're done with this one too. Put the sewing scissors out of the way. Okay, so this page would look like this for our signature. And we have 2 flip outs, a little bit of this color in here. Then we turn our page, and we have this with a little bit of lace and some washi tape. You might have other pages in here like that, so you wouldn't see them right away. And then this has a little bit of trim. Fold this one over and you'll have these flips that flip out for journaling. And then you wouldn't see that side yet. Maybe you have this page in here, and we have these triple flips with the washi tape. And we'll turn that page. We have a little bit of washi tape down here. And say maybe this is our next one. And we have these 2 flips with the fall washi tape. You can have a little bit of a border there. And then if this was our next page, we have these flips out here for journaling on our journaling card. And then we would have this fabric edge, and then this, in this instance, this is like the front of the middle of our book. When you come back this way, these pages are just by themselves as they are, except when we get to this one, which has some trim around it, and this back one, which has some trim around it. So there we have it. We have 5 journal pages of page flips using journal cards for the page flip. So each of these we have are these rose ones, and this one has our additional stuff on it. This one has our gold edge washi tape, and our flips are inside and they open up to journal on. We could refold the paper the other way though as an option as well. This one has a cascading row of 3 of our journal cards, and it's got washi tape for our hinge. This one here, use our painted cards, and it has a fall washi tape, and they flip out for writing surfaces, and you can see the fall trim on that side. And our last one we used fabric along here. We have 2 not overlapping but journal edges, and this one has fabric on the back. So we actually have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 journal cards, but we have 5 pages. So that's our hashtag Play Your Hand, day 26, which was the signature pages with the page edge journal card flips. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you on day 27, and that one is one of my favorites. We'll see what we're going to see for that. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.